Good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Yes, good to see that quite a few have joined right on time. Yes, so we have 18 participants who are on time. Thank you for being on time. It just shows that you have a positive attitude. It shows that your willingness to learn. So it's wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so since today we have a very, very packed schedule. I will not wait for others to join in. We would have to start right away. The way today is planned is this is our schedule. I'll just show what we have for the day. So auto loans is what we're going to start with, which is going to be taken by me, right? After this, in this gap, which is SBB loan, we will not have SBB loan today because today, as you must be knowing, Western India is closed, right? So the person who's going to take is on leave. So SBB loans will be done tomorrow. And today, Mr. Abhishek would be taking IT tools.
Madam.
Yes, please.
बोल रहा हूँ ना एसपी वाला जो है ना यूनिट टेस्ट कर दिया तो वो आप एसपी कोड कब तक मिलेगा हाँ कल ही दे दिया कल भी यूनिट टेस्ट मैंने कर दिया 7 डेज मैंने कल 7 डेज काउंट होगा ना कल से
सदा
आई थिंक इसी मंथ हो जाना चाहिए
Friends, you need to be very careful regarding your mics, right? Because when the session is on. So today, as I was saying, that the SBB loan session will be done tomorrow. And today we have a very, very important session by Mr. Abhishek Patel. He will be taking IT tools. Good afternoon, Roshan. Good afternoon. So he would be taking IT tools, right? So when we're talking of IT tools, you all, like yesterday, someone was asking about PLH, I remember. Please, whatever queries you have, this is a leave everything and make sure that you attend this training. Yes, while it is very important, like, even asset products, at least someone can guide you, but IT tools is something that you would be needing always, right? So after the IT tools is done, we expect that to be about an hour or about 1 hour, 15, 20 minutes, depending upon the number of questions. It's a merge session. So auto loans we are going to do it right away. After this, over here in number 2, we are going to do IT tools. It's going to be a merge session. So you would need to leave this at session around. We will try and finish it by 4:25 because that session starts at 4:30. And again, the third session, which is 24/7 loan or consumer loan, is again going to be taken by me. So here, from the merge session, which will be ending hopefully by 5:45 or so, we are expecting, you have to join back to the individual this session again. Okay, so just keep these. I know there are going to be 2 links which you would have to monitor and you would have to join, keeping in mind that. Okay. There was a question from Isha, and I don't know if Isha is here. Yes, Isha, you are there. And Isha had raised a question regarding when to complete the LMS. Rintu has written, and I have spoken to him also. He said that by this month end, that is 31st March, you would have to complete all LMS assessments. Okay, so if there's anyone in doubt, and don't wait, there's not 10th April is just something, I think it's something internal which they would have to submit to Axis Bank or something like that. I'm not very sure. But 31st March is by when you would need to complete your assessments, right? So that is what I wanted to tell you. Okay, so let's just move on and let's start with auto loans. Yesterday, what loans did we do? What are the 2 loans that we talked about yesterday?
Home loan and LAP. Home loan and LAP.
Home loan and LAP. Yes, home loan and LAP is what we have talked about yesterday. Today, we're going to talk about auto loans. How many of you have actually done auto loans earlier? Can you raise your hand if any of you have done auto loans earlier? Okay, Barish, you have done. Gira is also done. Great. Aniket, Krishna. Okay, Sadam. Great. Okay, good to see. Quite a few of you. Isha, Kamalika, Sadam, Aditya. Okay, good. Okay. So let's now just see how, so you all know what an auto loan is, I'm sure, a loan which is given to finance cars, yeah? So we'll get into that. You can lower your hands. Thank you for your confirmation. So who is a prospect auto loan customer? I think we are all aware that auto loan can be given to both salaried and to self-employed, right? So when we're talking of salaried, we're talking, so here the focus is on loans which have been given by Axis Bank. What type of loans are being given by Axis Bank? What are the eligibility criteria? Again, when we are talking of any loan as per se, this is also could be a start of a relationship also. It is not necessarily that it has to be an existing account. It could be a new account where you start up the relationship with an auto loan and open a savings account, right? Someone who may be interested in an auto loan, needs a car. People are, they always want to, every 5 years, 7 years, people want to go up the ladder and they want to buy a bigger car or a different car. So that is why car loans are financed also only for about 5 to 7 years. Yeah, it's around 7 years. We do have schemes where 8-year financing is also there. So look at loans as a starting point of a relationship also. So the relationship does not need to start with a savings account. You can start with a loan and then a savings account can be opened. Yeah. So as in home loan and LAP, you would be having preferential pricing, preferential income criteria. Isha and Sadam, you still have your hand raised. Do you all have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Could you lower your hands then? Thank you so much. Sadam, could you lower your hand? Okay, I'll do it for you. Okay, yeah. And of course, we do know about OCS and how our KRA is affected with whenever you're selling a loan. We are not going to get into the nitty-gritties of the loan because here, like in your home loan and like in your LAP, you have to generate the lead. Yes, it is the responsibility of your asset salesperson to close the lead. So we are not going to get into too much of the exact interest rates. The schedule of charges is not something that we are going to get into. Okay, you can always, ask your asset guy, you can look up the website, you can look up any, your asset websites. You can always look up your own Axis Bank website gives you a range about what is the interest rates. Yeah. So first and foremost, who are we selling to? Who are our prospective customers? So anyone who has a salary, is salaried, does not necessarily have to have the salary account only with Axis Bank. The salary account could be anyone, anywhere. So if they are with a proprietorship, partnership, private limited, education institutions, everyone can have avail of an auto loan. We're talking of NRIs. Yesterday, we talked about PIO and OCI. Do you remember the difference between an NRI and a PIO? Yes? No? Okay. Ranjit? Isha says yes. Okay. Ranjit Gupta? Ranjit Gupta? Ranjit, I regret to advise that you've been joining in, but you're never there. Every time I call out, you're never there in any session. I can find today Ravi Kishore has joined in. Ravi? Ravi Kishore?
Yes, ma'am.
Ravi, what is the difference between an NRI and a PIO?
I don't idea, ma'am.
आप कल ट्रेनिंग पे थे? Can you switch on your video, Ravi?
मैम एक कॉल पे बैठा हूँ मैम।
तो ऐसा करके ट्रेनिंग ज्वाइन करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। आप प्लीज लॉग आउट कर लीजिए, जब आप फ्री हो जाएंगे फिर ज्वाइन कर लीजिए। इसका कोई मतलब ही नहीं है। अटेंडेंस के लिए आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू मार्क यू प्रेजेंट, मैं आपका एब्सेंट मार्क कर रही हूँ। ये कोई मतलब नहीं है रवि। Okay. Since Sanjay Kumar?
Yes, ma'am.
No, Sanjay Kumar. There are two Sanjays. One is Sanjay Kumar Shaw and one is Sanjay Kumar. Sanjay Shaw I'm not calling. I'm calling, I can see.
Okay, ma'am.
1 second. Just 1 second. Sanjay, 1 second. Sanjay Shaw, what is your employee code, Sanjay?
395970.
Yes, you are always present. You have been there and you've been responding. I am looking out for one Mr. Sanjay Kumar with 386464. Are you there, Sanjay Kumar?
Yes, ma'am.
386464.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you switch on your video, please, Sanjay?
मैम एक्चुअल में हॉलीडे है मैम, आज बिहार दिवस को लेकर क्लोज है बैंक, तो इसके लिए हम वर्क घर पे हैं। ओपन करें, कोई इशू नहीं है।
कोई इशू नहीं है। आप फॉर्मल्स में नहीं हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
ओके मैम।
अच्छा, तो आप ये एनआरआई या पीआईओ का डिफरेंस क्या है? आप वीडियो स्विच ऑफ कर लीजिए, वीडियो स्विच ऑफ कर लीजिए। एनआरआई या पीआईओ में डिफरेंस क्या है?
और पीओ पीआईओ
आप कल भी ट्रेनिंग अटेंड नहीं किए थे शायद संजय?
नो मैम, कल थे मैम। हम लोग कल एनपीएस के बारे में बात कर रहे थे।
अच्छा ठीक है, ओके ठीक है, गुड। अच्छा, तो आप मेरे को बताइए, कल हम लोग इस एनआरआई और पीआईओ ओसीआई के बारे में भी बात किए थे।
एक्चुअल में कल तो इसमें इस टॉपिक पे हम थोड़ा गौर नहीं कर पाए होंगे मैम। एक्चुअल में वर्किंग में थे तो थोड़ा सा कुछ मिसिंग होता है मैम। एक्चुअल में प्रॉपर वे में नहीं अटेंड कर पाते हैं, थोड़ा सा सुन नहीं पाते हैं।
संजय, आप आपका कितना महीना हुआ आप ज्वाइन किए हुए एक्सिस बैंक में?
2 मंथ
2 मंथ हुआ है। और बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री एक्सपीरियंस आपके कितने साल के हैं?
2 साल की।
2 साल के बैंकिंग एक्सपीरियंस है। तो अगर आप एक्सिस बैंक में करियर करने चाहते हो, ये छोटी छोटी चीज आपको जानने होगा। ये जो आप बोल रहे हो ना, काम करते करते, ये आपका ये ट्रेनिंग टाइम एलोकेटेड हुआ है 3 घंटा की, ताकि आप काम खत्म करके आप ऐसे करके अपॉइंटमेंट्स सेटअप करो, क्योंकि आपके बहुत सारे दोस्त जो इधर हैं, more than 60-70% are regularly attending the training, they are responding, सब कुछ कर रहे हैं संजय। आज कल हम लोग डिस्कस किए हैं एनआरआई पीआईओ। अगर कोई आज सपोज कोई यूएस पासपोर्ट लेके आपके पास आते ऑटो लोन के लिए, उनके पास यूएस पासपोर्ट है, क्या आप उनको लोन देंगे?
देंगे तो मैम एक्चुअल में ना तो नहीं बोलेंगे, जानकारी नहीं है, अपने सुपरवाइजर से बात करके देंगे तो जरूर मैम। इसकी जानकारी अगर नहीं है।
आप तो पीबीआरएम हो संजय, अगर आप कस्टमर को बोलोगे कि मुझे पता नहीं है,
नहीं ये कन्वेंस तो कस्टमर के साथ तो नहीं हो सकता मैम। एक्चुअल में जो डॉक्यूमेंट लगते हैं वो डॉक्यूमेंट के बारे में हम अपडेट करते हैं।
डॉक्यूमेंट के बारे में मैं नहीं पूछ रही हूँ संजय, मैं आपको यही एक पूछ रही हूँ कि कस्टमर आए हुए हैं आपके पास, उनके पास खाली यूएस पासपोर्ट होल्डर है, वो एनआरआई अकाउंट है उनके पास, मगर उनके यूएस पासपोर्ट है, क्या आप उनको लोन देंगे? खाली मैं वही पूछ रही हूँ आपको।
यस मैम, मिलेगा लोन। क्यों
मिलेगा, कैसे मिलेगा उनको?
यूएस है तो
ही इज नॉट एन एनआरआई, वो तो एनआरआई नहीं है।
नहीं वो एक तो एनआरआई है ही, मतलब नहीं सॉरी मैम, एक्चुअल में आई थिंक नहीं मिलेगा मैम। कंफर्म,
नहीं
क्योंकि इंडियन रेसिडेंट तो है ही नहीं।
अच्छा, फिर उनको नहीं मिलेगा। ओके, बारिश, would you like to say something regarding this, Barish? Customer walks in, he's got an US passport holder with an NRE account. Would you give him a auto loan, Barish?
Yes, ma'am, मिलेगा.
क्यों मिलेगा, Barish? Because is he an NRI or is he a PIO?
He is a PIO customer.
Very good. So can you tell your friends, Barish, who is a PIO or an OCI?
PIO जिसका सिटीजनशिप मतलब बाहर का ही है, बट उसका फैमिली मेंबर रहता है इंडिया में.
No. Did I say that yesterday, Barish?
एक्चुअली कंफ्यूजन हो गया. एनआरआई होता है कि जो मतलब इंडियन सिटीजनशिप है, बट वो रहता है बाहर में.
Right. और PIO है जो
सिटीजनशिप होता है बाहर का ही.
अच्छा, संजय शॉ, संजय आप बताने चाहोगे? संजय, would you like to say? संजय?
मैम मैं बोलूं मैम?
नहीं, संजय शॉ को मैं अभी पूछ रही हूँ. Yes, Sanjay Shaw. Today I have to call out your surnames because there are two Sanjays here. Yes, Sanjay Shaw.
जो एनआरआई मैडम, वो अगर यूएस में वहाँ का रेसिडेंट सिटीजनशिप की अगर अप्लाई कर दिए हैं तो उनके पास पीआईओ का कार्ड रहता है, so on that basis we can offer him the auto loan.
So he gets in, good Sanjay, he has an OCI card. So
yes.
Anyone who is of Indian origin, he may be having a foreign citizenship now, but if he is carrying an OCI card, that is, he can prove his Indian origin, Barish. He
Yes,
can prove that he is of Indian origin. So how can he prove? Number one is he maybe in the passport place of birth could be written as India. Maybe his place of birth is USA, but his parents or his grandparents or his great grandparents were born in India. And therefore he will have an OCI card, Overseas Citizen of India card. And therefore Sanjay Kumar, हम लोग इस तरह के कस्टमर्स, अगर आपके कोई कस्टमर है जो यूएस पासपोर्ट होल्डर है, ब्रिटिश पासपोर्ट होल्डर है, इंडिया की पासपोर्ट नहीं है उनके पास, वो बाहर की पासपोर्ट है उनके पास, उनको भी हम लोग लोन दे पाएंगे अगर वो उनके पास प्रूफ है कि ही और शी इज ऑफ इंडियन ओरिजिन, कि वो पीआईओ है, पर्सन ऑफ इंडियन ओरिजिन, उनके पास एक ओसीआई कार्ड रहेगा. ओसीआई पहले क्या होता है, these were two separate, PIO and OCI were totally separate, but now it is all merged. So all PIO customers will have an OCI card. Are we all clear about that? Sanjay Kumar?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
So Barish? Yes, good. Thank you. Thanks, Sanjay Shaw, for confirming. Yes, so now we know, so when a customer walks in, we can give all these salaried customers, so we can give them auto loans. Of course, self-employed, like if they could be having a proprietorship business, partnership business, LLP, private, anyone who's a non-individual, we can give auto loans. Now, for giving auto loans, there are certain criterias, right? I'm sure you all are aware of it. And we have two types of products. One is called the plain vanilla product. Like, vanilla ice cream hota hai. Vanilla ice cream mein kya hota hai? Ek white color ki simple sa ice cream hota hai. Wo plain hai. Uske baad kabhi ice cream ka saath choco chips hota hai. Kabhi thoda 2-in-1 hota hai. Kabhi koi dusra kesar pista hota hai. Wo alag hota hai, right? Uska kuch flavors अलग होते हैं, उसके साथ vanilla के base है, हम लोग add कर देते हैं. So when it's an auto loan which is given based on income, right? So the auto loan, her loan, whenever we're giving any loan, the first eligibility we look at is income, right? So when we're giving any loan based on income, we call it a vanilla product. If you see over here, it is written based on income, it's a vanilla product. Yesterday, we saw something about surrogate, banking surrogate. Who remembers? Vijay Kumar, you were present yesterday. Can you tell me what is surrogate? Banking surrogate?
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Vijay. What is a banking surrogate, Vijay Kumar?
Banking surrogate, actually, ma'am, I miss. Actually, ma'am, that time I
कल
was
आप
there.
हिंदी में बात कर सकते हो विजय, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
मैं था मैम कल, लेकिन मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा बैंकिंग सरोगेट के बारे में। आपने पढ़ाया था।
आप नोट्स लेते हो जब हम ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हो? आपका पास कोई डायरी है जहां आप नोट्स ले रहे हो कुछ?
हाँ मैम, जो कुछ नहीं होता है उसको मैं नोट डाउन कर लेता हूँ, बट मैं कल मिस
बैंकिंग
कर गया।
सरोगेट के अगर मुझे तो जो लग रहा है कि आपको बैंकिंग सरोगेट के बारे में पता नहीं है, तो अगर आप कल ट्रेनिंग में थे तो आपको तो आज पता होने चाहिए, बिकॉज वी डिस्कस्ड इट यस्टरडे, राइट? श्याम,
हाँ मैम।
ओवर टू यू श्याम।
मैम बैंकिंग सरोगेट इज दैट कस्टमर का अगर फर्स्ट हम लोग इनकम देखते हैं, अगर कस्टमर का इनकम अगर मैच नहीं हो रहा है तो हम लोग बैंकिंग के बेसिस पे भी दे सकते हैं, क्योंकि कस्टमर का एज पर बैंकिंग कस्टमर का वहाँ पे रेंटल इनकम भी हो सकता है, या तो फिर अदर देन कोई इनकम हो सकता है जो बैंकिंग में रिफ्लेक्ट करता हो। दिस इज कॉल्ड बैंकिंग सरोगेट।
Good, good. So very good. Barish, would you like to say something else? Good, Sham.
बता दिया वो।
बता दिया. Thank you. So Sham, you're correct. Vijay, ये आपके लिए है. And for anyone who doesn't know, so today, if the income is not sufficient to meet the loan amount of the customer, yeah, if the income is not sufficient to make him eligible to take a loan, what will we do is we will look at other banking transactions. We will look at his banking relationship with us. So that is called banking surrogate. So when we are looking at based on income, what are the different options that we can give him? We can give him 100% on-road funding. And then, so there are schemes which are offering 100% on-road funding. So what is on-road funding? What is on-road funding? Isha saying, since you have done loans, can you tell me what is on-road funding?
It is based on the pricing which is offered by the dealer from where the car is being purchased. So including the insurance, etc., all the things which are included.
Okay, so insurance. Okay, so is there any difference between ex-showroom price and on-road price?
All these inclusions are not included in the on-road price.
Or is it just the opposite, Isha?
Maybe I'm confused. Generally, I was not much concerned into these things while processing it.
But it's always good to know. See, all of you here, most of you here have banking experiences of 2, 3, 4, 5 years, right? Or more. Some have 8, 9 years also. When you're in the bank, it's important. Yes, Piyush. Good to see that today. I think Piyush, are you confirming your presence, or are you confirming the fact that you know the difference between ex-showroom price and...
Ma'am, ex-showroom price doesn't include the insurance, registration, and road tax and all that. And on-road price includes all the ex-showroom price plus insurance, taxation, registration. All prices come together.
Yes. Yes. You're absolutely correct, Piyush.
I was also saying the same.
You just got mixed up between the two. Yeah, you just got confused.
I was so when only, but I guess it got mixed up.
Yes, you just got mixed up. You just got confused, nothing else. You are aware. So basically, you always must think, Shibnath, do you want to add on anything? Shibnath Nashkar?
मैम बता दिया दादा ने।
बता दिया दादा ने. Okay, ठीक है. Acha, good. So I'll come to you next time. I will ask you, Shibnath. Okay. So just for something simple way to remember is when a car is on the road in India. Today, if any car we are driving any car. Isha, I'm just giving you a tip to remember that any car which is on the road, how do I remember? It has to pay tax. There has to be some insurance. Yeah, so that on-road price, as Piyush very correctly says, is, so today it includes everything. So ex-showroom price is just the price which is quoted by the dealer, nothing else. Today when I'm advertising, I'm saying, okay, this car is 7 lakhs, so this car is 4 lakhs, so this car is 5 lakhs. That's the ex-showroom price quoted by the dealer. It never includes any special accessories. It will not include the taxes, insurance, etc. So what is it? Based on income criteria? Shivnath, can you please lower your hand? I will ask you the next question, but okay. I am mute. I am lowering your hand right now, and I will ask you the next question. So based on income, we have two important schemes. We have 100% on-road funding for 8 years, or we have 85% on-road funding with 7 years. Yeah. Vanilla salaried and self-employed. Fleet funding. This is basically to transporters who have a large number of trucks, and this is called a fleet. So that's a commercial funding. Now, so this is income. Now for banking surrogate, so someone where we are giving a loan, not the eligibility criteria, the customer is unable to fulfill based on his or her income. So what is it? We come to the banking surrogate. Here, these are first-time buyers. We have special products for a priority account holder also, which we will see. We also have, and this may not be Axis Bank customers. Okay, they may be non-Axis Bank customers. Whereas when we're talking of surrogate, it's the same. These are Axis Bank customers who have got pre-approved offers. Now, those pre-approved offers offered by the bank is always based on the relationship the customer has with us. It is based on the transactions of the customer. Yeah, on the basis of that pre-approved offers given. Other than that, we also can give loans against fixed deposit. Yes, so then there is special car loans for Kisan car loan also. For this is only for Kisan agriculturalists. So overall, this whole group, we will not consider only income when we are trying to gauge or we are trying to understand कि ये loan के लिए eligible है क्या नहीं है. So we will consider other products, other criteria also. Now, these are the different types of cars that we are funding. This is not only, there are many, many other cars that we fund. Most commercial vehicles and retail vehicles is something that we do fund. But just for, because you will see that when we are talking of eligibility, when we are talking of the amount of loan that will be given, we have categorized the cars in terms of the cost. Okay, so category A, B, C, C+, and D. Okay. So just let us generally see what are the norms that we give. So what is the purpose? Of course, we all know, for purchase of a new and used car. When we're talking here, see, it is written over here. For anyone who is not aware, and Piyush gave the correct answer, but in case you want to write it down, I would request you to please write it down. So on-road pricing is ex-showroom price plus insurance plus road tax minus discounts, if any, right? This is the on-road prices. This also, then we have a loan to value. Here, loan amount minus an advance EMI divided by vehicle value into 100. This is the LTV of a year. For a new car and a used car, it is, if you say something called a grid value. So if you ask your asset team, they have this LTV grid, which is there for different types of cars. And this comes from the central asset product team. This will come from the central product team. And based on that, loans will be given. The loan amount is something, the minimum loan amount we give is a lakh. And the maximum, again, depending upon the eligibility or the LTV grid, whichever is lower. Again, minimum tenure is 12 months. But as we have seen that, the first one, which is based on 100% on-road pricing, that is given till 8 years also. So while normally all car loans are short period. Yesterday, when we talked about, if you see home loans, when we talked about LAP, we saw long-term loans, 20 years, 30 years loan. Here we are talking of loans of 5 years, 7 years, 8 years. Yeah, not more than that. And generally, we will give it for 5 years, 5 to 7 years is what we will give it for. Yeah, again, funded for the purpose self-employed. We've seen that. New, used car, personal and commercial vehicle. Some eligibility norms, we will, again, the age criteria is something that here, when we are talking of, there is one difference here from the age criteria from the home loan and this. Can anyone tell me what was there? Yes, Shibnath Noshkar? Shibnath?
Yes, ma'am.
In home, suppose today, if you see here, it says that salary minimum 21 years, maximum 65 years. Yes. Yesterday in the home loan, when we were talking of the maximum age for retired people, when we were talking of the maximum age, we were considering something called the retirement age. What were we saying in that? Do you remember, Shibnath?
मैम एक्चुअली होम लोन का जो एंट्री एज होता है वो 18 इयर्स होता है और मैक्सिमम 50 इयर्स तक कोई कस्टमर अप्लाई कर सकता है।
नहीं, एक्सिस बैंक का वो नहीं है।
No.
That is, I'm sorry, Shibnath, that is not the correct answer. I don't think you were there in the yesterday's session. Someone, Aniket Raj? Aniket?
Yes, ma'am.
Aniket, yesterday when we were considering the maximum age for home loan and for LAP,
65
years. You
years.
remember for salaried customers, there was one small criteria.
65 years.
65 years?
Yes,
or no? Someone else? Kaushik? Yes, Kaushik?
21 years.
75.
75 years for special cases. Tha. I'm asking about something to do with the retirement age. Sham, do you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it, Sham?
Ma'am, retirement is this that as per the calculation, if customer retired on 60, so we can provide only 5 years for the customer, 5 years loan for the customer as per home loan. Well, maximum 65, we can give the customer maximum 65 years. If the customer retirement age is 58 year 60, then we can give only 5 years or 7 years.
The loan, yes, basically not 5 years. Basically, if it's a salaried customer for a home loan or a LAP, the loan needs to mature by the retirement age. So depending upon where so the retirement age criteria was important for home loan and for LAP. Whereas here, if you see, there's no talk about retirement age. So if a customer, let's assume, has taken a loan when he is 25 years old, but his retirement age, yes, suppose he's taken it maybe 25 years old, okay, that is 13, or maybe he's taken it at 40 years old. Ideally, he can take a loan for 30 years, yes. So Kaushik, what you said was for PSU employees and defense, yeah, retired PSU and defense, central government and defense, where up to 75 years we can give. But suppose someone has taken a home loan when he is 40 years old, right? And the retirement age is 58. So we will not give a loan till 65. We will give a loan only till his retirement age, which is 58. So we can give a loan for only 18 years. So this is the difference between here and home loans. Okay. Again, minimum loan, I told you maximum loan amount, the tenure can be different, right up to 84 months or even 8 years. On very special cases, we do give salary. We have a minimum 20K for minimum 2 lakhs. When we're talking of a loan eligibility, this is again, please understand, this is not something, I mean, I would say this is not the final. There would be differences as calculated by the credit manager, but this will give a rough idea to the customer about how much loan he may be eligible. So we're looking at net salary, annual salary into 3 times, minus existing bank car loan if he has any. And if it's a self-employed, we're looking at net annual income into 4 times minus existing car loan. All types of car assets. We're looking at a 1 year overall work experience, not So here, if you see again, because it is a short-term loan, see the difference. What is happening is the loan eligibility criteria in a home loan or a LAP is more stringent, is more strict. Q, because it is a long-term loan. Here we are looking at an overall work experience. We are not looking for experience in current job. Okay? And of course, documentation, this basic KYC documentation and all that, which the asset team will taking care of. You don't need to really consider that. Yeah. So this is again, even for a used car loan. So this was a new car loan and this is a used car loan. It is exactly the same. There isn't much of a difference between the two. Now, this is what is very, very important. Please, everyone who is in this session, request you to either take a picture of the screen or to write it down. Because we know that you will get credit for the loan only if you create the lead. Yeah, only if you create the lead. Now, today, how are you going to generate leads? This is giving you a tip or giving you a clue on how to generate leads. So how do you look at the pre-approved base? Who are the customers who have got pre-approved car loans? Yeah. So this is the path. Log into Branch Analytics, go to the Deepening Monitor tab. See, these two, if you see, friends, that Branch Analytics Deepening Monitor tab, these two are extremely important. And from there, you will get a lot of subheadings, right? So here you go to campaign and you check out who has been given this pre-approved auto loan. You can call these customers up. Yeah. So this is going to help you generate OCS points, right? What about instant auto loan top-up base? So this is another set of customers. So someone who's already got auto loans, maybe you want to give a top-up to them. Log into Branch Analytics, Deepening. These people, they may have repaid their loan also, right? And now they can become eligible for another loan. They may, everyone, you know, we always like to upgrade our car. So when we're talking about upgrading a car here, parallel loan base is again, log into Branch Analytics, Nischint, and you get parallel loans. So there's one loan, you can give another loan. Yeah. So please write down these bases are going to help you generate leads because you are new. You have not, I'm sure, most of you would not have been able to reach out to all your customers. Even if you have reached out to your customers, you would not have been able to understand all their needs. You may have said a hi and a hello. Today, when I call up a customer, yeah, very often the customer would say, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to talk to you. So if you can tell him or her that he or she has been given a, a pre-approved loan, or he or she already has a loan, maybe I could give you another loan, or maybe you would like to take a top up. These are going to help you start. These are all, you use these as your conversation starters. That is what is important. Use these as your conversation starters. We all know the moment you create a lead, you have generated a lead, please make sure you capture the lead in CRM. Because it is open architecture. OCS is open architecture. That means even if a customer is mapped to you, someone else can generate a lead on that customer. Suppose let's assume that you have customer X, right? Let's assume there's a customer called Mr. Shomnath Roy. Now, Shomnath Roy is mapped to Shivnath. However, Shomnath Roy has gone to a different branch. He's traveling and he has gone to a different branch. And in the branch, someone else approaches Shomnath Roy. And customer says, yes, I'm interested in taking a car loan. And that RM over there creates a lead, generates a lead. So in that case, Shivnath will not get the credit. The credit will go to the person who has created that lead. And of course, the loan has to be disbursed. It is not only about creating the lead, the loan has to be disbursed. So once the loan is disbursed, Shivnath will not get the credit. Yeah, so please understand the importance of generating a lead. Yes, so now if I go back and ask you, Shivnath Nashkar. Shivnath?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me the difference? What is the meaning of this on-road pricing?
मैम ऑन रोड प्राइसिंग जो एक शोरूम जो प्राइस होता है एज एग्जांपल कोई कार का प्राइस अगर 1 लाख होगा तो उसका इंश्योरेंस और टैक्स एक्यूमुलेट करके जो प्राइस होता है वो होता है ऑन रोड प्राइस.
Good, thank you. Because why I'm asking this, because we just discussed this, and here if you see, this is on-road funding scheme. We are not giving it. So how many categories of cars were there? Let's just go back quickly and see. Remember, there were 5 categories of cars. So we are giving on-road funding only for the top ABC. Yeah, let's see. There are different criteria which we are giving. So this is only for category A, B, and C. We are not giving it for others. We're not giving it for the big cars. And then it talks about the minimum salary, which is required. Again, if you see, the minimum net, naturally, the bigger the car, the more income is required because higher is going to be the EMI, right? And we need to ensure that our customer has the capability of paying that EMI. Maximum loan eligibility, again, here's 3 times of net annual salary, and it talks about the documents. On-road funding, when we are talking of 7 years, here 85% is given for salary and SMP, 90% for Axis Bank salary account. Look at this. So here, if your customer is an Axis Bank salary account, that means he has a salary account with Axis Bank, we will give him 85%. Sorry, we will give it 90%, my apologies, right? The salary requirement is here, resident stability, job experience, and of course, the documents that are required. So these are 2 special schemes. If you see, these are not for 5 years. And we're giving on-road funding 100% and 85% on-road funding is being given. Now, like we had a special scheme for our pensioners and our defense and central government employees, here too we have a special scheme for central state government, PSU and pensioner scheme. Here, other than the D category, if you see, we are giving this for all A, B, C, C+. Again, 96 months, that means for 8 years. Salary 80% if it's for salary is lower. So again, how much loan we will give always will depend upon the income. But before even we look at income, we will always look at the CIBIL score. Yeah. Again, here another thing is, because if it is a pensioner, the person can club the income permissible with the earning salary family member. So you can have a co-applicant and that can be done. Police employees, new cars. So now here we are saying there are special, how many, do any of you all have police employees as salary account? Anyone has police employees as salary account? Akash Padgiri? Akash Padgiri? Ankita?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you all have any police employees as salary customers in your branch?
No, ma'am.
No? Which branch are you in, Ankita?
I'm in Salt Lake Sector. We have PwC salary customers base.
You have in Salt Lake, which, sorry, in which sector?
Sector 2 branch.
Sector 2 branch. Okay, fine. My parents' place is in Salt Lake, Ankita. Very near to your BD block branch.
Okay, BD block. Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Very near to that, yeah. Yes,
And
Kamalika?
anything, please let me know.
Sorry, Ankita?
Ma'am,
can I write in the chat box?
Wait, just one second, Kamalika. Ankita is saying something. Yes, Ankita?
Ma'am, I was saying if anything is required by them, please let me know. I'd be happy to help.
That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. It's always, my father has in fact, he's banking with Axis Bank also. He has a relationship manager. There is a lady there who's been very helpful to them. I'm in Delhi and they stay alone. So it's always a concern regarding the banking matters. But thanks a ton, Ankita, for offering this help. Now I will reach out to you in case I need anything. Thank you. Yes, Kamalika. So do you all have police employees as your salary customers, Kamalika?
Actually, yes, I am in Park Street branch. Park Street police stations, police employee salary account, but normal salary account, not priority salary account. These are all our normal salary account in this branch.
Okay. So you do have, none of them are priority, but these people are, but these people are eligible for loans. There is a special category for them if you see, Kamalika.
Okay then.
Yeah, you can see this category here, police employee new car, salary account with Axis Bank. You can reach out to them. Okay, because you can do OCS for your non-priority customers also, and you will get credit for it. Of course, there is this for incentives and all that, you need to do at least 70% of your business from your own customers. But if you're not able to generate good leads from your own priority base, you can always reach out here. Yeah, yes. So there's a special category for police also. Now here again, when we're talking of no proof of income, suppose these are specially for self-employed people. If there is no proof of income, sometimes what happens because of taxation and all that, very often the self-employed people, they show very low income in their IT returns, right? Here what we are doing is we are going to consider the average quarterly balance. So the LTV is based on their average quarterly balance. What is the average quarterly balance? Yeah, based on that, we are going to give. So if these customers need to naturally bank with the bank, we want them to bank with us. So even though they may not, what I'm trying to tell you is that if you see the different types of schemes that are available, there are different types of schemes to ensure that your customers are, covered, that irrespective of whether they may not have a full salary, they may not have the right IT returns, they may not have the, the income documents, etc. But if they're maintaining good relationships with the bank, not necessarily priority customers, we are going to give them loans. So this is all coming under surrogate now, no income proof scheme for self-employed. Here we are looking at 6 months bank statement will be. So it's all based on AQB. Yeah, average quarterly balance. Very similar is your priority account scheme also. So here we have special schemes for our priority customers, where we are saying that we will give you up to 95% in ex-showroom value for new cars. Now here, again, we are looking at an AQB of minimum 1 lakh. So we're not even insisting on 2 lakhs, but what we are saying is that AQB has to be of minimum 1 lakh, has to be maintained for at least 2 quarters. So your priority customer needs to have a vintage, has to have an account with Axis Bank for the last 6 months at least. Yeah, so if he or she is maintaining, so these are all under surrogate. So maximum loan amount will be 3 times of the AQB of the last 2 quarters. And of course, this account needs to be well maintained. There needs to be KYC should be there. And this is all for our priority, Burgundy, Channel 1 customers, etc. So waiver of bank statement, income proof, documentation, verification, all this is not required. Yeah, we have special schemes again for self-employed where it is based on totally existing loans. So today I may not be having, again, as I said, because it's a surrogate product, I may not be having income documents, but what I do have is I may be having pre-existing car loan. I may be having a personal loan. I may be having a business loan. I may be having a home loan or a LAP. So based on my existing loans that I have, this customer, I will give a loan. And that is based on totally, now over here, of course, suppose the customer is defaulted. If the customer is defaulted, that means he or she is not regularly servicing the loan. If he or she is not regularly servicing the loan, actually he or she would not be considered. So that's what complete repayment track record. Yeah. So these are, if you see under the surrogate scheme, we have a lot of these options which are available. Lot of these options which are available, right? So I've already told you about how to check your pre-approved loan database, and that is what you should actually target for. Target this pre-approved loan database, because there it is very, very easy. You don't need a large number of documents in that case. What it says, up to 100% on-road funding, exclusively pre-approved, offer available for customers, 1,500 plus RMs mapped. Okay, standard queue, no income documents required. Standard KYC, one photograph required for login. And later on, we will see that, you know, you have these 24/7 auto loans which are there. So the customer, by one click on his internet banking, he or she can get a loan. If you know the answer, please raise your hand to this question. We just now discussed it. Where can I check if the customer has a pre-approved loan? Okay, I have one response from Barish. What about the others? Aniket, Kamalika. What about the others? Sham, Gira, Munna, Saddam. This just shows who's actually alert and who's listening. Aditya. What about the others? Ajay Majumdar. Please keep your hand raised if you have an answer.
Ajay, ma'am.
Yes, Ajay. What is the answer to this question, Ajay?
I can check the customer's pre-approved. So net banking, mobile banking, net banking, ma'am.
You can check in mobile banking, Ajay?
No. Saksham, ma'am. Saksham.
Saksham?
CRM.
So you can check in Saksham of CRM all the customers who have auto loan, pre-approved auto loan.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you downloaded that ever in Saksham?
हाँ मैम.
हाँ मैम.
ऑटो लोन प्री अप्रूव ऑटो लोन सक्षम में दिखाता है मैम.
All your customers who have pre-approved auto loan, you can check it out in Saksham.
सक्षम में दिखाता है, ब्रांच एनालिटिक्स में रिपोर्ट में आता है और सीआरएम में भी दिखाता है.
नहीं अब जब ब्रांच एनालिटिक्स लॉगिन करेंगे ना डिपिंग मॉनिटर
one sec Shivnath,
रिपोर्ट में आता है मैम.
One second Shivnath. Aniket Raj, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Aniket, are you aware if whether pre-approved is available on Saksham? Something that I am not aware of.
In Saksham, ma'am, pre-approved list like auto loan, personal loan, and home loan. These are available in Saksham, ma'am. And for business loan, this is not shown in Saksham. We can check from either.
So you get a list of all your customers on Saksham also who have pre-approved auto loans, home loans, and what loan did you say?
Personal loan.
Okay, I was not aware of this. Okay, thank you, Ajay. Thanks, Aniket. Roshan Kumar.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, आप कहाँ चेक करेंगे for this? which we discussed in just the last slide.
मैम ब्रांच एनालिटिक्स में डीपनिंग मॉनिटर में जाकर के हम लोग प्री अप्रूव्ड कैंपेन में जाकर के दिख जाएगा ऑटो लोन प्री अप्रूव्ड क्या क्या है हमारे पास।
हाँ जी बिल्कुल ठीक है
मैम से भी दिख सकता है मैम।
Yeah, I know. You just said, Barish. That's why I wanted to confirm because I was not aware. I was thinking that you can check it only in branch analytics. But thanks, Ajay, and thanks, Aniket, Barish, Ram, all confirming. Okay, and here, this is what is. So you get a lot of points where now this keeps changing. This keeps changing. You must check out the enterprise circular to ensure that you are aware of the points. So these are 3 RA points per lakh, which you can get in the car loan, in an auto loan. If an average auto ticket size is about 8 lakhs, you can straight away get 24 points on an average. It's a new car. Used car, you get a 4 RA points. Again, as I'm saying, these points, they keep varying. Please check out the enterprise circular, which comes every month and where you can check out the latest that you can earn on a car loan. Okay. So with that, we come to the end of car loans. Does anyone have any question? Others, if you do not have a question, can you lower your hands, please? Barish, Munna, Saddam, Roshan, Shibnath, Shubham. Can you lower your hands, please, if you don't have a question? Yes, Saddam, you have a question?
No, ma'am, no.
अच्छा तो आप हाथ नीचे कीजिए आप हाथ लोअर नहीं करते हो शुभम do you have a question okay do we have now a rough idea about auto loans yes does everyone have a rough idea of what all auto loans are about what is on-road pricing what is ex-showroom price whom can we give what are the different categories what is a surrogate what is if I do not, so it does not mean that we don't have income proof, we will not get it. Okay. So now, since we do not have any questions, let us leave this session. Already, I think, let me just check, he would have. Okay, so let's everyone leave this session and join the new link which Rintu has just posted in the WhatsApp group. So Rintu has just posted a link in the WhatsApp group, I can see. Please leave this session and join the merge session for IT tools. Okay, thank you. And I will come back with you all with the 24/7 loans and calls. Please leave this session and join the merge session as per the link shared by Rintu on the WhatsApp group. Request everyone to leave this session, please. Please leave this session.